Hey guys, today I got a real quick video for you. Nothing fancy, but I'm going to talk about a guy that I actually like. And I'm going to be a little bit critical of this guy, which I don't like to do because I genuinely really do like him. And I like most of the content that he puts out. But Steven Crowder, who does do a lot of good work, today he had a video called "Help! I'm dating a Nazi," and he supposedly got this letter that goes a little bit something like this, and it says, "She does not do anything racist, but when she handed me her phone to text her mom that we would be late for dinner, her background on her phone was a Nazi flag, and I found an audio file on her phone labeled 'Hail the Führer.' She's scared to walk outside because she's afraid of a gang of black people will rape and kill her. I love this woman with all my heart, and I want to marry her in the future." Now, first of all, does this sound like any woman you know? What are the odds that there's a woman that has a Nazi flag on her background and audio files labeled "Hail the Führer"? Not too likely, but Crowder acknowledges that it's probably a joke. I mean, obviously, if his staff didn't write this, obviously someone's just trying to troll him. But to his credit, he acknowledges that. But he goes on to give an answer as if it is serious. Basically, there's some suggestion about taking her to a synagogue. He references some Christopher Plummer movie where he kills a bunch of Nazis because, of course, Crowder has to get that message out there, that not very controversial message of Nazis are bad, okay? So he just kind of has these, and then he goes off on more abstracts, like there's no such thing as love at first sight, and you can't love someone with all their heart. It's actually not that bad of a video, and his response isn't that bad. It's entertaining, and that's the whole point. But there is a greater issue, and this is where I'm going to get a little bit critical. Something I've noticed him doing, and a lot of people, right-wingers, they tend to do this, conservatives really I should say, this is what they try and do. They're very reactive, and they'll even go out of their way to pander to people that are never going to like you no matter what. So something I've seen Crowder doing a lot lately is going out of his way to tell people he's not a Nazi. Well, guess what? If you have a brain in your head and you actually watch this guy's content for more than a few minutes, it's pretty obvious this guy's not a Nazi. He's just a conservative. But he'll go out of his way and pander, and he's very reactive. If someone calls him racist, if someone calls him a Nazi, he'll go out of his way. "I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a racist." That is the opposite of what you want to be doing. Just look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump, from day one of announcing his campaign, he was constantly being called racist, but Trump didn't even seem to ever even acknowledge it. Trump never said, "Look, I'm not a racist," and going around trying to convince people of that. People are not going to like him no matter what. He draws a line in the sand, and he says, "This is where I am," and he knows some people are going to accept it. And even if he's not racist, he's not even going to bother trying to convince people. He'll let people say whatever he wants. And I think something that's very interesting about Trump and his actually lack of response, I think this kind of, for the first time in many years, it kind of empowered white people. And it empowered people because if you're white, just to be totally real, one of the biggest fears for white people is being called a racist. So white people for decades, they've been going out of their way to try and prove to people that they're not racists. Well, that's never going to make people like them, and it's not going to make people respect them. But when people saw Trump not even make an issue out of it, not even acknowledge it, people thought, well, I guess if it's not a big deal to him being called a racist, maybe it's not this terrible thing that's going to totally destroy our lives that we need to live in fear of. Now, Crowder, I like. Crowder's a very entertaining guy, and I think at one point he even said the idea behind his show was a comedy alternative to something like The Daily Show, which is a comedy news show for liberals. He wanted to do a conservative version of that, and he does that very well. But Crowder is much like Fox News. It always blows my mind, these people that say, "Oh, Fox News, they're on our side. They care about America. They want what's best for America." It's like, are you kidding me? Fox News is a major corporation. Do you really expect this big time corporation where they have these guys that are millionaires go and talk to you through the TV who are working for guys that are billionaires? Do you really think that they're not going to have any kind of agenda and they purely want to tell you the truth? Of course not. But once you see through things, once you see that Fox is just making TV shows, you can enjoy them for that. They do a very good job of making TV shows. CNN makes TV shows, Fox News makes TV shows. The difference is Fox News tend to be very entertaining. And that's how it is with Steven Crowder. I would be very careful of putting all your faith or trust in any one guy, especially someone like this. Crowder, he's doing his thing to provide for his family. Other people depend on him through their jobs. They have a whole team of people. They spend money advertising, so they're becoming quite a big entity in themselves. And that's not bad, but make no mistake about it. Crowder is looking out for his bottom line just as much as someone like Fox News or CNN. They're going to do what's best for him and his family. So watch him for the entertainment. I highly recommend his channel. Enjoy him for what he is, but do not put all your faith. Do not go to him seeking the total truth of everything. And for God's sake, man, don't cuck and pander to people that are never going to accept you and like you. People that are ultimately going to want to destroy you. Don't go out of your way trying to please those people. So that's it for this quick video. Check out my other videos and have a good time on this channel.